Bada bing. All right, cool. So right off bat, we got this BG. I'll show you how to do this little quick support and resistance, and then we're gonna go into supply and demand zones so you can understand how to get your targets. All right. So starting off, we on a 3 month chart. I like to start off 3 month chart because we get the nice each candle represent a quarter. So you got four candles equal 1 year, right? So let's start off back, grab my tools. I'm gonna hit the top. So we want to find resistance. Okay, resistance identified. Now we want to come down and gonna find support. This is a major support level, right? Bam. So we got our support, we got our major support, major resistance, right? Just that quick. Boom and a boom. That was the highest point. So now you see it came down and it's trying to make its way back up. So it's been in an uptrend. So there's the higher high, higher low, still following market structure. For this to be a continuation, you need to take out this high of 128.61, right? So let's drop down to the 1 month chart and grab some stuff real quick. I want to grab some levels, and from there we're gonna start, etching everything out. But let's cut these off real quick. Cut these lines off. Don't want no extra. Whoop, boom. Keep it smooth. All right. So really quick, 3 touches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So more touches the better, but least minimum of 3. All right. So from there, we're gonna go right over here. I'll probably say that one for the weekly. Yeah, this is a nice little level. This is where price currently at. So put another line right there. Okay, let's go down to this weekly chart real quick. And then that's when we're really about to start getting busy, right? So off bat, we got a gap right here. So what I want to do, 910, it's like probably like a smaller gap than what it is. So we're just gonna put a zone right here. It's gonna tell us something, right? So technically this nice little gap. Pull it back up. Man. All right, cool. So you see, it been tapping the zone, trying to get back into this imbalance right here, right? The fill is imbalance candle, but it just quite couldn't do it. Now you see we got a indicator with this strong bullish engulfing, so it look like it's ready to break out, right? And this is a high, so this is a clean resistance. So let's kind of go down on a daily chart to see what's up. But here's a quick trick. So when you find your supply and demand zones or your order blocks or fair value gaps, there's a little trick I like to do. So I grab my Fibonacci retracement. I'm gonna hit it at top of this candle, right? And then I'm gonna take it to the bottom of the candle. Just like that. Bam. And I stop on this. I only want this candle, right? I'm about to show y'all why. So let's kind of get in close. And I'm gonna tighten this fib up. Cause we're kind of far. So I only want this candle right here. Boom. So now we have our levels, right? We're gonna use these Fibonacci levels places of resistance or rejections inside of this zone. So when you get like halfway, because at least need to come 50% or 61% into this candle before we can say, hey, this candle's actually filled. You get what I'm saying? And from there, we'll be looking for a rejection if it gives one. If not, we're going to be looking at all-time new highs. So let's go ahead and just mark these up real quick. I don't too much care about the 38. I'm looking for a 50 or 618 level. On this also works on lower time frames. I'm gonna see if we can find some examples tonight to show y'all this. Right? Let me get that 60. Ah, that's fine. So, oh, right click. Do do do. Where we at? Bam. Right. Man, There we go. Okay, cool. So those the levels I'm looking for, right? Those gonna be some hard resistance levels. So 111.25, 110.41. Now let's go down to the daily, and then we're gonna drop another fib on it to see where we're currently sitting at, because I want a little more data, right? Okay, bet. So look, if you look, came down up in this our impulse candle. So I'm gonna take it here to this. I'm gonna say to this low here. I want to go to this low, right? So I'm gonna take the impulse candle, bam, drag it down to this low because this is where it bounced at. Okay, smooth. So we on the daily chart, and if you look at it, we already made a 61% retracement, right? So let's go ahead clean these up because these my templates. I normally like to do them off the daily. Weekly. Okay. Cause I'm efficient. Watch me work. Whoop. SOS. You feel me? See, this why you gotta be efficient, man. You get efficient with this stuff. Okay. Whoop. Okay, smooth. That stuff jumbled. Alright. No mind. So we currently see we blew past the 50. We currently at the 61%, touching the 65% at the base of the zone, which inside the fair value gap, right? We at the base of it, poking in. So we probably at the 23% retracement. Now we looking for a 50 or a 618 for our rejection. Could we get a rejection here? Yes, and come find some support, probably like down here at one of these. As you seen, you had one here, but it filled this fair value gap. Y'all see that? It gapped through it. So when it came back to do the retest, since this higher gap was up here, it gapped right through this one and went straight to this one. So these are different little things, key points you want to pay attention to. Another example is this one right here, right? This another fair value gap. So that there you go. So that's the primary reason why I came and hung out here. So you seen it kept getting rejected. 1, 2, 3, right? And it's kind of played around. Last time rejection came back to the 23 retracement and had a clean bounce right back up into the higher gap. So you got to recognize where these gaps at in your charts. Mark them up, because sometimes you'll say, okay, cool, I have a level, it shouldn't do this, and a lot of times actually going to go reach up and grab some stuff. So this is what keeps the surprises out of the market. If you understand what price action is doing, you understand where your candles are placed and why the candles are hitting like that, or why they go into the areas they go into. It's a very good reason why, right? So here you had a island gap breakout. So it had to come back and fill this gap. So you had a gap here, here, right? Guess what it did? It came back for that. So this is your reason, right? So you're like, oh man, why is dropping here? This is it. This is the answer, because you had a gap to the left, right? That happened in October 2022, right? So understanding those kind of helped you keep a great idea of what the market is doing. So we're done with this chart. We can keep charting it up, but we are down to the daily. I like to look at the daily chart. Anything beyond that is kind of like, you're just gonna get into the nitty gritty, and you're gonna get real low into the how to say this. You're just gonna have a lot of lines, and you're gonna be in lower time frames, which can be broken very easily. So I like to stick to higher time frames. But I am gonna go on here and mark out this gap because I will spin a block on these boys later. Okay, so set my alert. Do edit. Do. There we go. Because I'm organized. Once again, you make your little templates. You good to go, right? All right. So let's go find another ticker, and then we're gonna SOS the process. Okay, cool. CRM. I'm sure I charted this one out. Okay, smooth. You back. All right. So as you seen, I already had this gap labeled. I don't know where was where I was at. This thing came smooth back into it. Jeez. Can't believe I missed that, but it created another one, right? So, dang, that was one heck of a move. Where was I at? Must have been on vacation. Got to be more careful. All right, so let's run it. SOS. Let's clean this chart up. We'll have a whole bunch on there, so we're gonna run it back. SOS. Right. So we'll start on a 3-month chart. See what Salesforce looking like. I know they had a great earnings. And that's the reason why they did what they did, and they gave it right back up. Where am I thinking? Boom, there we go. Okay. And then we're gonna come down, find some support real quick. Gotta touch this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, a little bit of 5. So make that up real quick. All right. Add another one here. Smooth. So now we got support and resistance. Now let's drop down. Let's go to the 1 month. See if we see anything. All right. So you see, it almost formed like this little crooked M pattern, right? Came up here and got mad rejected. But now it's making a retracement on the 1 month. So let's put a fib on it real quick and see what we're shaking like. Okay, cool. So currently we are making a 38% retracement. So we're probably gonna see some levels of turbulence here at this little resistance level here and here, right? So you just kind of want to pay attention to that and keep your eyes open. Yeah, keep your eyes open on that, and we're gonna get it funky. All right. So smooth. So I'm just gonna watch this, but let's keep on dropping down. So we know where we at on the 1 month. So now we're gonna say smooth. So let's go to the 1 week. Nice little downtrend we have here. So now part of support and resistance also your trend lines. So we're gonna grab a trend line. We're gonna run it down. You see, it had a nice little breakout. Let's find that angle. This was a short one. Okay, cool. So you see, came up, breakout, and it's trying to come back for the retest, but the retest is just a little bit more ways out. So we can do a simple thing. We can extend this out, but we're just gonna do this right here. Extend this trend line. Came back, get our touches. All right. So that was that trend, but eventually came back down to the 130.59 area, found support. Now it's starting this little uptrend, right? Because we have a higher high, higher low, higher high. Now we're gonna see where it makes its higher low at. So that is the key, right? And that's why I told you we was making that little retracement. So you can run another fib from here to here. Big, big. So you see, it came to the 50% level, and now it's making its way back up, which is good. That was a healthy pullback for this after that run it made, and so it's now it's trying to push. And this is on a weekly time frame, so kind of keep that in mind. Let's keep track of that. All right, let's drop down to the 1 day. Okay, smooth. Now this is that gap that currently got pretty much filled. You can call that gap filled. They put in a new gap today. Surprisingly, they trying to really get up and get somewhere, right? So what I'm gonna look for, will it take out this high? Right? I want to know, do they have what it takes to take this high out? Right? Where are you? There you go. Bam. Okay, cool. So this is our last higher high. So I want to know if we're gonna take it out. Will this be a higher low, or will this just be a form of rejection? And we couldn't quite get there, because if it do go down with this sharp bounce like this is our kind of setting us up for a nice double top, right? Because you have a pattern come down just like this. Boom. Do you see right here? This is your neckline or your point of support, and this your breakout, right? So if it do, go ahead and make something shake. Okay. Also turn this. This one's gonna be red because it is bearish. So this can be a bearish situation for Salesforce, right? And if you want to know the measure move for that, you just simply do this. So the point of resistance to the point of support, that is 24 points. We kind of gonna clone this real quick. Bada bing, bada boom. And then we're gonna put this right at the breakout level. So our measure move gonna be 146.32. Okay, and that will make sense because here you go. Once again, you have another fair value gap right here, or you call it imbalance candle, whatever you want, right? But this point of consolidation, take that whole candle right there. Yeah, they didn't fill this candle right, so it actually makes sense why I hit there. So that's another, one of those, you have a reason why it'll go to this level, right? Because we clearly see we have a great reason why. Now, once again, let's measure out this candle to see when this candle came down, how far did it fill it, right? Okay, cool. All right, as you see, it only came to the 23% level. It need to come deeper than that. So yes, we still have room for price action actually hit these levels, right? And in fact, I put my fib on it. Let's see what I tapping in at. So that's right at our 65% level, 61, 65%, which will make sense. And I'll look for a bounce right out of this zone. So yeah, fib gain. Wait, let's tighten it up. Okay, cool. Yeah, in that ballpark. So this would be my target zone here, right? We can actually call this a little hot zone. But so we got a measured move. We have a catalyst to say, hey, we got a fair value gap that was left behind. If they, cheese start falling off the cracker, start sliding. The cheese gets sliding. You already know where we going. We're going right here. All right. Boop. We smooth. So I'm going ahead. I got that marked up so now I can clean my chart up a little bit. I'm gonna remove this. That's an if then if that situation, right? So if this get rejected at 192.14, that'll set us up for this nice little double top. We'll send this thing to down to the dirt. So this possibly could play out. You may want to come back for the rest of that candle. See, because you look at it, is really your support is right here. So it breaks out this another level of support, right? But knowing the fact that if you look historically, it liked the gap. So it's a good chance it can get right past the support level and come on down here. So I say add this to your watch list, keep your eye on it, and let's keep it moving. And real quick, do we have any questions while we switch tickers so far? Is any of this confusing y'all? What up, Shantae? Hmm. Yeah, I actually have templates made for that exact reason. Uh, I leave. It depends on where they're currently sitting at. So if it's on the 23, I'll probably leave the 38, 50, 61 up, right? Because I'll be looking for those areas as hard resistance. Now, let's say if it's at zero, then I'll be putting the 23, and up. So it just depends on where price currently sitting at, and then they'll determine like which ones I add or subtract per se. Makes Yeah. So that's how I like to, you know, take that action, right? So kind of run down. But this, like doing stuff like this, is very important. Mhm. Oh, nah. I would pay attention to it. I can't believe I missed this move, and it just kept on going, keep on. So slide right past the video. But nah, I pay attention to it. And when I can, it's all about. I'm gonna see if I can find you some examples real quick. So if you playing fair value gaps, right? And I'll show you exactly the importance of them. So we had one set up nicely. We had his own set up nicely right here. So we had this this candle is crazy. So you'll take it from here, ba da da, bam, here, right? Now, when I'm doing this what I'm paying attention to, right? Okay, cool. Okay, so look at it, right? Fib on the impulse candle or the candle that really caused all the disturbance in price, right? Man, so you want to get one of these, since we trading futures, right, Shantae? We'll go on the lower time frames, and from there, that's when we'll just kind of get it how we live, right? So we'll go on a lower time frame real quick. You'll throw on your fib, find your zone, right? So we'll say, hey, this the candle, that reason why that's causing this the disturbance, right? So we're gonna highlight from this wick down to the wick of the impulse move, right? And then you're gonna throw your fibs on it from here to here to the bottom of that this one engulfing candle, right? Because that's the one that matters. So when price come back to retrace back to it, we know it's coming to the zone, but we want to know how deep it's coming to the zone, right? And that's gonna matter because sometimes it can come right to the 38. We can say it'll come to the 38, the 50, and then go and get by his business. But in most cases, like this, the 50 was right at the lip. So you've seen a lot of times I took trades where it touched the lip of the box and it bounced. Okay, smooth. But this was a massive candle, so it came deeper into it to a 78% retracement. And once you got the caution candle, right, that the cheat code gave you, then boom, we already knew what time it was, right? We Yeah, we know. that if we're still, man, if you still in after this drop right here, and you know you come into the zone, you know we don't pull, you know how we get it. If it's dropping like that, cheese sliding off the crack of that smooth, we gonna go on here and take those profits, especially when we start coming to the zone because we ain't greedy, right? And we're gonna wait for the reversal, correct? Yeah. Nah, so it ain't about the. It's about you get 3 touches, right? So you can have in some cases they real start close together. You can start zoning them out, right? That's what I'm showing you here. You can start zoning them out. Let's find another chart. Well, I can show you on this chart. All right, cool. So support and resistance is this. You know, top of the highest point of price, right? This is resistance. Now, when it come down to finding resistance on the lower end of price, like and we in a downtrend like this, you're gonna find support because support is old resistance. But when price coming back down, if it falls below support, it becomes new resistance. So let's remember that. So resistance is nothing but old support. I mean, resistance is new support. All right. Yeah, so whatever's holding it back the first time, when you get on top of it, it's gonna be support. It's gonna hold it up. So it may hold you down today, but tomorrow they're gonna be holding you up. And so, like right here, you see at this point right here, it's we got a level of support. Why? Because we got multiple touches. You see these wicks? I go to the wicks. Some people go to the bodies. I prefer wicks because you know price ain't gonna be perfect. It's gonna get in the ballpark area, and then it's gonna start doing what it's doing. But it's gonna get you pretty good and close, right? But as you look at it, this was a point of resistance at one moment. This caution candle indicator told us so, right? It said rejection. No, sir. Rejection. It finally did it and it played around. So it's telling you it's a level of significance here, right? And from there, guess what? It broke below, struggled, and it had to fight to get back over here. So that 103.93 is a significant level. That's what I mean. Old support, huh? No, 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 no. Remember, I told you it 3 touches. This line must touch 3 places, right? On the wicks. So go bottom of the wicks, right? Bottom of the wick. I want to catch as many bottoms as possible. And some of them we're gonna be going through. Yeah, so we're gonna be going through a couple of these wicks, but we still in the wicks. You feel me? So that's the lowest point. So we're gonna say, all right, cool. But you don't want to cross the body. So you see how this cutting through the body, we don't count these. When it cut through the body, we don't count that. We only count the wicks. So if you want to say, oh, you want to go to body, right? So you'll negate the wick and you want to go body, body, or you want to find another body piece, right? So you say, okay, cool. This what body at, body right here, body right here. So that's support, right? So that's why I say it's a ballpark zone. And then it's never gonna be like dead on. You want to say, hey, I got a ballpark area here, support it landed here, bounced off of here, right? And that's how you're gonna, operate per se. That makes sense. Uh, yeah, yeah, right here. So on the pink line, that's the pink line, right? That's why I say I go off the wicks, and that pretty much give me in a nice ballpark of where I want to be. And it also, in the same time, it give you the old resistance. So it's easier to like to kind of put it on the wicks and understand this is a area it can come to. Maybe it go a little bit past it, maybe it just stop a little bit above it. But the point is, you know where your support is at. That makes sense. Yeah. All right. So Yeah, we don't. So see how this is in between the line, right? We ain't counting it as support or resistance. It's just noise. You get what I'm saying? Because we said that, yeah. So we're gonna say, hey, this is our resistance. Now, same thing here, right? We're gonna say, well, support level is where? We can say up here at 117.60, right? Bam. So you see, every time it pretty much got here, you seen the body closed away from it. That means that was a rejection. If you have a wick and body is above it like that, that means it came down here and rejected. Same thing, this candle rejected, 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 and then it broke. It broke a couple of times here, here, and here, right? But the rest of the time, they pretty much rejected. Once it found resistance up high, it broke this high, created a new one. Then it tanked. And as you look at it, right, what is it currently doing? It got hemmed up. What? A couple of cents. It came back to resistance, which is what the same support that was holding it up here now is holding it down. You feel me? Yeah. Yeah. Nah, no, no, this the current this a daily chart, right? So this candle is today. This candle is from today, and it is the candle that's gonna be representing like today's price action, right? So once you have that going on, that's right there gonna let you know, hey, this is the candle. And look what happened. It got rejected. Price came up to the area and got slapped down. Each candle on this chart represent one day. This is FYI for new people. So you seen what happened. It came back up here. No, sir. You cannot pass. You ain't on the list. You feel me? So that's why, yeah. So that's why I say it's a ballpark. But we don't count. We ain't counting this because this was halfway through. Apparently, it pushed past it and got up a little bit more. So we only gonna count this. Let me zoom in. Mm, So, look, so that's what I want to do, right? I want to come down to these lines. You see how this thing is bounced right here? It came right to the level and is rejected, right? And so now the rest of them, so these are wicks. These are points where price came to but went away from. If you look, the candle opened here, came down here, closed here. That makes sense. Bullish candles close up, bearish candles close down. So when a bullish candle opens, it opens at the bottom and it goes up and close. This bearish candle here, right? It opened at the top. That means price opened here in neutral area, right? And it got drove down. So the candle closed here. So this candle, guess what? Open here, closed here. So those are things you pay attention to is where the candles open and close, and hollow candles kind of help you out with that. But you still want to know where are these candles closing at? You feel me? Where the candles closing at? Are they still making highs or is it slowly sinking? Right. So let's start zooming out, and I'm gonna show you something. Okay. So you see, it went up. Bam. This candle, bullish candle, bearish candle, came down. Right. Guess what? Open here, but it came back up. That's candle up. You feel me? This was technically a morning star pattern, right? I don't like how it gapped up to create it, but it is what it is. But yeah, so next candle, bullish, bullish, bullish. And price kept going. So now price did what? Came back down. This was your higher low, right? So this is your higher low, higher high, higher low. Then we kind of went sideways. We didn't make a new high yet. we made a new low, so that almost messed up the trend. So they almost changed our market until it done this again, right? So technically, it broke the previous low. When you start breaking your lows, that's when you want to start worrying about, hey, a downtrend is approaching. Let me be conscious of this, right? So you need to make sure you pay attention to those. So what I normally do is I grab a line and say, okay, cool, this is my low. If it beat this level, then I know something's going on. But if it don't, well, guess what? I'm gonna trap in price. Yeah, so I'm gonna trap in price like this so I know where it's going. So what happened was it started going sideways in the channel, broke out. So once this candle start breaking out on the lower time frame, you gonna wait for your retest, right? And then you just take it. But in this case, guess what? Caution candle indicator set it off. This is a very bearish candle. If it's at the top of an uptrend, this is a bearish setup. Same thing if it's at the top of at the bottom of a downtrend, it's a bullish setup, right? For a reverse. Yeah. So no, so this is what it is, right? This was a breakout. It broke out of the channel. Cause see what we did? Just by putting a line here and here, we created a channel, price action channel. You seen price was trading inside of this channel until it broke out here, right? Let me highlight that. It broke out right there. So that was our breakout point. So at this point, it should have we was looking for a new high, right? It made a new high here, but was looking for a continuation. But what happened when it came, should have just came down for a simple support, which was this doji would have kind of like set us up nicely. It couldn't get the job done, so it fell out the sky. That makes sense. And why you gonna say, man, why it fell out the sky? Because we had this, but this whole thing, we had this big old zone right here that everybody saw, and they targeted the heck out of it. They said they're gonna short this thing back to the zone, and we ain't gonna buy until here. So a lot of bots are sitting here to buy up the price of this when it hit here, right? Yeah, yeah. You know, and, so that's have you start studying the Candlestick Bible yet? All right, cool. So anytime you get a doji at the top of an uptrend followed by a bearish candle, the odds of another bearish candle coming in is very high, right? So technically, it put in a bearish pattern. This is a even star pattern, correct? Because that's textbook trend reversal patterns. You feel me? So once it put in this even star pattern, it set it up. It set it up so nicely the tank, right? In the moment it broke this, they say, "Hey, I missed this candle. I seen it coming, right? I seen this coming." Most traders they stock in they one or two stocks. They ain't really getting outside their comfort zone. They really just staying in a niche. They gonna be watching it something like this, right? Somebody was watching and said, "Oh, you couldn't get up there, huh? You got rejected, huh?" I bet. So once they seen this candle start putting in a bearish candle, and they couldn't beat this open, right? Then you know what's up. No, the indicator is up here. The indicator is up on top of the candle. It's that red little dot right there. You see it like it's a little triangle? That's the indicator. See, like right here, it's another one. You see this green indicator? Hmm. I put that white line around it so you can see it. So yeah. So, but you see, that's another thing about understanding chart patterns. So you'll understand how to read the chart, right? The candles and the patterns. They're gonna teach you how to read the chart. You just understand morning stars and evening stars, you can make a lot of money just by following the trend. This is telling you the setup. Once you see it, you got a bullish engulfing, then the next candle close indecisive like this at the top of an uptrend. Well, 9 10, they're gonna pull back. It been running, right? So once you get this candle coming in, it's pushing down. Like, okay, cool. You can wait for this candle to close, and let's see what the next candle open up. Once you get this one, all right, short it. Right, stop loss, top of the candle. It comes back, you like, hey man, I know, get the heck out of Dodge. Don't worry about it. Real quick, tight, right? Real nice and tight. So let's say, okay, cool. From here, let's say stop loss right there. So then from there, you'll say, all right, cool. How far was this drop? It would took it from there just to the zone. That's 11 points, right? 11-point drop. It you would have entered somewhere in this ballpark of a candle. Will it be 11 points exact? Maybe would have got 8 points, $8. Maybe whichever way you want to call it, but it would have got in there. You feel me? All right, so yes. So what the cheat code is doing is this, right? Right now, it still was in bullish. It was still the cheat code telling you still in the bullish territory, right? Is outlining the candle red. So it say, hey, this is a bearish candle, but it's still in bullish territory. You make sense? No, no, no. You see, it's right here. It's right there. So let me see if I can highlight it. It's on your charts, right? So you probably ain't pay attention to it. They real tiny, right? Per se. If you zoom in, you'll see 'em. See it? You see it? That's the indicator. Okay. Yeah, those are yeah. Okay, smooth. Now, yeah. That's so you pay attention to those. They come on the charts too. They're on the charts, they on the other setups. Now let's add our other oscillators back. And now we was reading candles, right? In price. Now we're gonna look at the other oscillators. And what happened? You had a what? Regular bearish divergence. That was the signal. It told you to get in, right? Understand you was on a daily chart. You know, you know what's up. MACD crossed over. Regular bearish divergence. She slid all the way out the crack. It's over. It's over. All right. It's over. You know what time it was. The moment that thing broke down, you were like, okay, I'm in the I'm in the say less. If it popped up on the daily, that thing gonna go for a little bit. So these are important things you might want to know about, right? So let's go on ahead, just keep it moving. Let's go on ahead and get to another chart. Let's hide these oscillators real quick. Let's- no problem. No problem, no problem at all. Let's go on ahead, find something else to slide on. So we're just kind of grabbing random tickers right now. Let's see. Because low key, some of this stuff look pretty dang on good. May have to trade some of this. Oh, United? Do I want it? Yeah, let's go. Let's see how they let's bust down United, do a quick market analysis. So I'm also let me show you some quick market analysis, right? To understand what's shaking out. So we can determine the health of this company by going to the 3 month chart, starting off there, right? And let's zoom out. Let's zoom it on out, right? Let's see how they've been faring over the years. Boom. So when they start reading us back in '06, This was a low for them. They kind of got up and got it after that, right? Yeah. Couldn't find nothing there. There we go. All right, level supports. Whoop. So you see this in the level support, right? I took this the lowest point of this candle, and I just kind of combined these wicks to kind of give me another level, right? And also, you see that's what price came right back to later on. Damn, when did night get down this low? Well, I missed that one. Where was I? Mm-mm-mm. Shame, man. I didn't have no alert set. Oh my goodness. Oh, I was slipping on my pimping right here. Okay. That was 2020. Jeez. Yeah. Oh yeah, because you got when you get a prices like that cheap. Yeah, you can't help it. Hmm. Yeah, I fought a lot on them. I'm a silver member with United, so yeah, I like them. All right, let's see what's up. Hmm. Here we go. Boom. What up? What up? Tighten up right there. So that's another level. So right now this thing is trading. It cannot beat this. It need to beat this high. Right. So that's the high to beat. But let's go down to lower time frame. Let's get out this 3 month because we can be charting on this thing forever, right? So let's go to the 1 month. Check that out real quick. Yeah. So I had to make this little pullback, filled this candle, came back for a support level. Need to get back up. If it actually, I don't think we're gonna get back to them highs no time soon. Especially everybody fighting for market share. But I do like their business model, what they do with their lounges, right? They do a subscription based service. So even if you do get the Sapphire card, they'll give you a couple of passes. But the real catch is they want you to spend at about $700 a year for the lounges. And those things come in clutch with them delay planes and all other little fancy stuff, right? Oh, there we go. Yeah, you know. Oh, I'm show you American. Mm, trash sauce. Yes. Oh, Shantae. Oh, Shantae, I'm gonna pull up American Airlines right after this, and I'm gonna show you why. Yes, of course, because because they are povos. Mhm. See, because you cannot antagonize me, you know, with your povo stock. Yeah, 'cause we chart united. Oh, see, you know, and and Shantae, I now booked my flight tonight. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I gotta book the other one. I gotta book the return. What channel we been trading in? So, hey, you want to identify the channels, y'all. So, another quick thing about technicals. Uh, you want to identify the channels. I think United pay a dividend, but it's a quick way to check. You go right up here where your watch list at, and then you go here. All right, let me pull this tab up a little bit. Boom. Right. So what I want to see, where is it? It'll say more financials, right? But y'all can still see the screen. Oh, I know they didn't do that. They tripping. Oh man, listen, listen, I fly United. I don't hold United. Ever since they flight attendants start acting like Spirit, no, on a couple of cases, I was like, no, sir. I said no. Oh, nah, those are incidents they do in the news, and I'm like, "Shh, I can't be having y'all be doing too much. When y'all get in trouble, y'all get in trouble." So since most dividend stocks, right, they'll trade sideways like this, so investors can pick up shares, drop them, and necessary, right? And we see here, yeah, they need a dividend, but I guess they don't want to give nothing back to the shareholders, even though they hype the prices sky high. Trash. Yeah. So that's why I like dividend stocks because they'll trade in a range and if you time the range, right? So if anybody understand range trading real quick, all right. So this how you trade ranges. It has a low, it has a high. What you're gonna do is you're gonna wait for it to find resistance, right? You're gonna wait for it to hit the resistance, start showing weakness, and then you're gonna take advantage of it the moment it does that, right? Remember, since you trade in a range and you know where your resistance already at, you're gonna take the risk and you want to enter at resistance, right? For the rejection. And if it goes past that, you just give it a little, understand your risk management and say, hey, I'm gonna cut it here. I'm gonna cut at 5%, 10%. I'm gonna take a 10% risk on this trade because I'm buying into weakness, right? If you play in the opposite direction in reversal trading, you're playing you buying into weakness. So everybody is buying right now and you trying to sell. So the moment you sell, you're gonna get a cheaper price. And the moment you get rejected, instantly going into profit. So they're gonna be like, oh, we're gonna go with the flow. This to go with the flow, people. And this is the hey, we bold, we know what we're talking about. Y'all just can't trade. That's why y'all playing the trend. We gonna reverse this joint on you, right? So the smart investors already got out here. This is the all want in on this because they seen this candle. The people who missed out on this caution candle indicator, right? So they slowly loading up, taking profits. These traders who took it from the support level, right, as it's selling down, same thing here. Support, bing, rejection with the pin bar, right, followed by the bullish engulfing. Also set up the morning star pattern, bing, 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 right. That was traders. You know how many times we took this trade? I know you took it with me too, Shantae. We'll be like, oh, it's coming down. I win. And we already making money, right? And here's a when the heck I hit that? That's crazy. All right, let me show y'all how to hit this or how to trade a pin bar real quick. So let me grab my long position. We're gonna hit it here at the top of the wick, right? So under just two ways you can do this. You can be aggressive. You can take it at the support level, or I like to do is enter at the top of the wick to verify that it's actually gonna come through, right? So I have my entry right above the wick, stop loss the bottom of the wick, and then you're gonna want to look for a 1 to 3 ratio, risk to reward. But since we know we're in a range, right, we're gonna play it like up to right here. We don't want to be greedy because remember we trying to reverse as soon as it start reversing, we trying to reverse our position as possible. So we want to be selling somewhere up in this ballpark to hurry up and get ready for puts again, right? Same thing in the futures market. We're gonna be selling somewhere here so we can get ready to reverse it here. So let's tighten this up because We supposed to be in then out of this thing. But look at it, right? From here to here, that was 13 points, right? So imagine then they say, hey, short position, right? We gonna enter right a little bit below the line because we don't know if it actually gonna touch it or not, and we don't want to get tricked out the streets. So target is about right here because we know we're gonna come find to a level support. If you want to play it safe, you can come to the mid level support, which is here, right? One, two, three, couple lines there. That's at your mid level support, so you can play it there for the initial rejection. And that you want to hold, you can play it all the way down to another level of support, or just get a little bit above the support level and take your profits. Right. But you look at it once again, that was almost a 20-point move if you played it from here to here. Stop loss right here. Right. So we ain't any risk that many points. We'll give it 4 points. If it goes 4 points against us, we know what to do. If you look at it, right? Same thing here. It didn't even go that high. It probably went like 2 points. It's about like 2 points. Take it. How many points is that? Yeah. Bomb cold is ice water. So that's about 2 points. It only went $2 up. So you gave yourself a 4 point stop loss. You would have been smooth as ice. Smooth as ice water. Yeah. uh, all right, Charleston White. Up here, telling behind. hmm Bake it. You see it right there. That little fair value gap. That's exactly where it came to. So, but we're trying to keep it basic. But let's go ahead and slap it up there. Right. So technically, if you understand, here's your other Y. So that's your fair value gap. Was set in off this caution candle. The following candle didn't quite get up there because remember I told you about you need to come 50% of the candle, right? So let's zoom in real smooth like, and then we're gonna put our fibs on it. Bam. Just like that. So you see, it only came up to the 23 level. Now, when it came back and visit, once again, barely got up there. Zoom in. Let's zoom in some more. I got all this real estate on this screen. We gonna zoom in. Okay. Up close and personal. But bing. So when it came back for that trade, look where it came to. Remember what I told you earlier, Shante? That's why when I set this up, I'm looking for the 50, the 61, or the 65 level, preferably the 61% retracement, because that's what it's gonna come when it comes back for this candle. You see that? The first couple of times yeah. Nah, I do it on the higher time frames, according to like how important it is at the moment, right? So price is already at the 23. I wouldn't have to mark it because it's already there. So since we already sitting there, it's like, why add to your troubles, right? That makes sense. All right. So then from there, do, 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 do. But that's what I mean. When those candles come back, it like to come to 50 or the 6%, 61% level. And when it hit there, that's where you want to start looking for your weakness. Because you would have caught it right there. You could have took full advantage. You feel me? Okay, smooth. Can I move out a little more? You say? Oh, you want to zoom out? Okay, no problem. Did it? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I know what you looking for. That last swing right here. Yeah, yeah. It came back for that giant. They came back. Ka-cha. Then boom. Caution kind of indicator. See, it had one here, then bam, went off. But all right, smooth. But yeah, so this oh yeah, yeah. This that United and boys, they gonna go ahead, they going night night. But they trading in this range right now. They really don't have much of a catalyst to kind of go up or down. Everybody shoving out deals at this moment. They doing these like pop up deals per se, right? Where they'll throw a crazy deal out. Like right now, I seen one of Barbados for like less than $500. So I said, "Oh, I got slide on that." Then it, yeah, you feel me? Then they said I seen one Italy for another like what 600. I was like, I said, boy, I'm gonna go get some spaghetti, boy. Get some spaghetti. Ah, ha, ha. Oh, let's just keep let's not. All right. So but that's just a quick example like how you can, spice up the levels to kind of give you some better identification on recognizing where the weakness is gonna occur. Okay. So yeah, there we go. Let's keep So let's kind of bring it back down and keep it simple. But that's just another way of trading ranges, all right, people? Very quick. And also another way to attack your imbalanced candles. Like I told you, just put your fibs on the top to the bottom, or if it's happening at the bottom, bottom up. So you can understand where your 51 and 61% levels are at. That's the levels that you're going to look for price to get to. And from there, you can say be the aggressive trader, or you can be the passive aggressive trader and wait for it to start dropping off, or you can be the safe trader and wait for it to completely get rejected and you take it to the dirt. Okay. Actually, we kind of bag out, right? It's been in this area for yeah. So that's what so you look at it, right? This was COVID levels, and now it's trying to fight its way back up, but then it came down. Now it's in its range, but United, yeah, United really don't have a lot going on, so I really don't see them kind of dropping like that. You feel me? So that's why I'm kind of like, that is what it is. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. What my thing? Yeah. We can't. Oh, we actually at 61. Sure. Hey, we can. Hey. Oh, you just want the first impulse? You want this one or the one just with the dolphin? Either way, either way, I can move this. Even if I do pull it back, so let's say if I take it from the low to the initial bullish engulfing, right? Technically, this isn't bullish territory because it did hit the 50% and push. Yep. Hmm. Yeah, but one of these you're gonna want to rely on your fundamentals and wait because they can get you look at it right. This is a weekly chart, so you see it been here for a long time. Ooh, yeah. Then they got that new stuff floating around right now. I ain't worried about it, but yeah. But you see what it is. So they just going sideways. So let's get one more chart in, and we're gonna call this a night because I know some people are trying to get up for London, and I'm gonna try to give me somebody rest because I woke up at 4 a.m. today for some odd reason. Huh? So let's SOS because this is a support and resistance class. So we're gonna, you know, pop back out to the 3 month chart and we're gonna SOS this. Same old stuff. Okay, cool. These boys must have been super over evaluated. All right, so want to go a high. Let's find some support on the low. Okay, smooth. So, trash house. This thing been putting in perfect market structure to the downside. Mm-hmm. So whatever the heck this company is, don't buy it. That's the reason why Warren Buffett says give a company 3 to 6 months after it IPO'd. I don't worry, you can catch the recording. Boop, boop, boop. So yeah, you get this company a little while. It's perfect market structure to the downside. After it went there, bink. Uh, so try to catch a little legs here, but it did not but consolidate, right? There we go. Finally made a new low. Now this was our lower high. It trying to make a new low, but it just quite can't do it yet. But you know what? This also setting up a nice little double bottom, so it could come here, possible rejection. So now we actually do have something to talk about here, right? Ooh, what? Ooh, this on a monthly chart. Ooh, this get spicy. Set up a nice. This is a nice W too, right? Y'all see that thing? But this part of the for it to be a W, we need this train to actually play out. But we do have a nice double bottom set up if the once again if the trend decides to play out. So if then if what, right? Joe, this is the 1 month. Yeah. Yeah. So you see this where support, screen rejection, quick double top pattern right there, hard rejection, 1 wick, support, and then we come back up, boom. Then we're looking at a double top breakout if it get past that $12.61. But right now, it look like we struggling, like one of them, NBA players who just cannot stay out of trouble, even though they kind of grew up in a two-parent household. Okay, can prevent forest fires. I know. Yeah, I know, right? So that's why I'm saying if it had the caution candle indicator on the daily, set it off. It's currently putting in decent market structure, have not broken down, right? Oh no, this is the 1 week. We're on a weekly. So this is our low. So look, now you see what I mean? So so you, all right, so you saying you talking about this one. Yeah. Okay, cool. It came down to the 50. You look at it, it's broke out. So there's looking at it, right? We don't even have to throw a field button. We're just gonna use common sense right now, right? So yeah, you see what I mean? That's why I said I put them lines there. So one here, bam, bam. This is the low. Haven't broken the lows. It did not take out this low that simply came here. Now it's found support. So let's see, will it continue bullish, or if it comes back down, then now we're gonna come holler at this level. But if not, then we out to the races. You have all these nice imbalanced candles right here, especially this one, right? You know, getting easy money. Yeah, but I don't know if they see. I don't know about these, so this may have to be a shares only type situation where you buy shares and just kind of get it how you live. If not, if they got options, see if they optionable and if they even worthwhile. Once again, we just picking random charts and charting because we know how to chart, right, people? Right. But yeah, so far it look good. Look like it can do a little shun. Like look like it can do a little something. I don't like this. I no longer like it. But mm-mm. See these things is choppy, gapping too much. Mm-hmm. Boy, more holes in this than Swiss cheese. You feel me? This is ridiculous. Yeah. Well, it's a nice pattern. I like to recognize patterns. Mm. You can't even really call it level support after this. After you got to the weekly chart, look at this. Look at it. Look at this thing. This thing just go chop 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 chop. chop. This that take your money move right here. No, don't do pre market. It this is like low key because you ain't gonna trade. I don't trade with pre market on, so chart with it on either. Like if I'm trying to get an overnight trade, I'll probably have it on, and that's trading indices though, right? Like Qs or the spies. If I'm trying to take a option contract overnight, but or if I want to see what's happening, but at the end of the day, I don't trade with it on, so I don't chart with it on because they give you false numbers, right? Throw all your numbers off. So I just prefer like running straight like that. I practice how I play. Yes, sir. Trash saucy. So we're gonna go ahead and throw this in the trash. You know, but let's find one more thing on the watch list. Let's pick something random. There we go. Okay, this look halfway decent. It did gap down today. So let's knock this one out, and then we're gonna call it Call it night because it's almost, I know it's midnight for some, 11 for me. It's still early for the people on the West Coast. Oh, this thing ain't got nobody data. This thing new. To the weekly. Oh, this thing real fresh. They said, all right, y'all, take the money. They got their hopes up, then dropped them. Like one of them interviews, say, yeah, come back for round two, and they don't hire you. Okay. Let's take it. I like that level. Okay, smooth. Do we have any patterns here? Nah, nah, it's sitting right here. It still it got rejected from that level, that 3269 level. So it's still just kind of came down. Now I think it's trying to settle from what I'm looking at. All these candles look pretty lit, pretty fulfilled, except this one right here. I kind of keep my eye on this candle, right? But other than that, it don't really scream out nothing. But let's check the daily though. Yeah, it kind of fell from grace, right? Do. What do we see? I think it's really, yeah. It kind of got besides itself. I need to this one of those. We need to see what the fundamentals of this company is, so we can kind of determine why. Because now cheese been sliding out the cracker for a while. We just got to figure out what's going on, even though they got green check marks on the earnings. Yeah, so some of these companies, I'm gonna tell y'all now, they can be falling for a multitude of reasons. They can be attached to bad business deals. They can be out of season right now. They can be one of those luxury items or luxury industries where they just, not doing well right now. Understanding that things are getting real and people are kind of cherry picking like the different things they choose to involve their wealth with, so you'll understand the reason why I come across like that. But all right, but that is that. This is this was my time. Hope y'all enjoyed this. So